India faces near-term challenges in managing its fiscal deficit, sustaining economic growth, reining in inflation, and containing the current account deficit, says the monthly economic report review by the Finance Ministry. Fiscal deficit and current account deficit forms the new phenomenon twin deficit. What exactly is it? What is the government's report warning us about? Let's talk about the cause, cause, and effect of the twin deficit. Fiscal deficit is the imbalance between the revenue and the expenditure of the government. Current account deficit is the imbalance between the import and the export bills. The union budget estimates the fiscal deficit at 6.4% of the GDP, while the current account deficit for the financial year 2022 was at 1.2%. But what is causing the deficits? The geopolitical tensions like the Russia-Ukraine war have triggered a never-seen-before spike in prices of commodities including crude oil and edible oil. To manage the increasing oil prices, the government reduced excise duty on petrol and diesel. Since this is one of the major sources of revenue, not just for the center but also for the states, a reduction in the tax rate has a negative effect on the government revenues. When revenues take a hit, the fiscal deficit is set to widen. Rising price of all the global commodities has pushed up the import bill, which means there will be a higher payout in dollars, widening the current account deficit. Also, increase in the fiscal deficit may increase the current account deficit. How will it impact the Indian economy? A higher fiscal deficit may lower the resources available for private investment. Also, with increasing deficit, the government may take loan from the market, which will make loans costlier. A higher current account deficit may weaken the rupee, which will impact the import bill. Though exports will get a benefit of a weaker rupee, with costly imports, the benefit could be tempered. What should the government do to tackle this? The government needs to cut the expenditure. Since reducing capital expenditure affects growth, a revenue expenditure cut is advisable. A new strategy to boost exports, easing the procedure for exporters, and releasing their tax dues in time may help. Has the government taken any steps so far in this regard? As of now, the government has not come up with any plan.